Hey guys, I'm going to show you what to do after reaching 1490 item level in Lost Ark, and how to gear up to our current endgame at 1580. There's some really awesome catch-up mechanics going on right now with the release of Aeromancer, so I'll help break it down for you. And if this video helped you out, please like and subscribe. And feel free to come ask me questions live on Twitch. I'm always happy to help out. Links in the description. Alright, let's jump right into it. 1490 is a huge accomplishment as you're getting your first glance at endgame content. The first thing you're going to want to take note of is what gear you're wearing. If your gear is chosen or legendary quality, like this, you're going to need relic gear to move on. If you already have your relic set, you don't need to worry about this next quick part, but keep paying attention. To obtain relic sets, you need to do a mixture of Valton and Vicus Legion raids. Press Alt-Q to bring up the menu UI, and then click Legion raids. I recommend finding a learning party for these for your first time. Read some guides beforehand, as they do have a couple of mechanics that you need to know and learn. Valton and Vicus give bones and wings respectively that you will trade into the Legion raid NPC for whichever relic set you'd like. Hard mode of these raids will give more wings and bones and gold, so I recommend jumping into those right off the bat if you can find a group. And if you're having trouble finding a learning party in-game, I highly recommend checking out the Lost Ark LFG Discord, which I'll link below for runs. And with that, I'll move on to the next thing you should be doing: finding a good build. I'm going to link the community document below. It's full of builds written by the community for every single class, and it's a great place to get started if you're not sure what to do. If you're using the Super Mokoko Express event with the recent Icon patch, you'll have free engravings for the duration of the event and free gems to reroll, so just set those up accordingly. Also, make sure to have the correct stats on. Stats are very important, and you can equip the highest quality accessories you find without worrying about engravings, since you have engraving support. If you aren't using the Hyper Express, I'll also link an engraving calculator below so you can start planning out your accessories for your engraving build. This will take some time to save up for, especially for legendary class and combat engraving books, but stick with it. I also recommend saving your tripods if you haven't already done that. Your build should tell you which ones are important to save. To do this, simply press K, then go to settings and mark all of the tripods that you want to level up. Now, when you do chaos dungeons, you'll be able to see the little icon on any amulet that have tripods you're tracking, so you can safely transfer them over at the tripod NPC. Next up, you're going to want to start looking at the Bracelets Legion raid. Also, if you haven't already defeated the Kukul Sadon Legion raid, make sure to go back and do this every week in order to upgrade your relic set to level 2. Bracelets normal mode unlocks at 1490, and it's where you'll get your next set of endgame gear, Ancient gear. This Legion raid has 6 gates, but don't let that intimidate you, as they're split up into different item level requirements. 1490 will get you into gates 1 and 2, 1500 item level will bring you to gates 3 and 4, and 1520 for gates 5 and 6. So you only really need to worry about learning gates 1 and 2 until you get some of your new ancient gear honed up. And gates 1 and 2 are relatively easy to learn. You'll get a first time clear chest from your first 1-2 Brel, and that will give you enough phantom intentions to craft your first ancient piece. Make sure you transfer your old relic gear over to your new ancient gear. Your goal for gearing after this point will be completing your full ancient set and honing all of your ancient gear to plus 15, which will bring you up to item level 1540. This unlocks Bracelets hard mode, the Triangle Abyss dungeon for your level 3 set, and Hanumatan, a really fun new Guardian raid. And if you're a new or returning player from 1490 to 1540, I recommend also focusing on getting some horizontal content done. If you press Alt-D and type in skill points, you can see all of the different skill point potions you can obtain in the game. These are very worthwhile to get started on. Collectibles like Giant's Hearts and Omnium Stars are a good place to start farming skill points. At 1490, you also unlock a new accessory called Bracelets, which are a great way to help make your stats higher. I recommend either finding or rolling a bracelet with your main stat on it, such as Swiftness, Spec, or Crit, and ideally your off stat as well. Relic bracelets can have stat rolls that go all the way up to 100, so the closer to 100 the stat is, the better the bracelet is. The Guardian raid Kaliligos, your 1490 Chaos dungeons, and the Bracelets Legion raid are all content that you can farm to find relic bracelets. And after After you farmed your full ancient gear from doing Belshazzar, you're going to want to upgrade all of the pieces to plus 15 in order to hit 1540 item level. This usually takes a bit of time to save up materials for, but it should be much faster if you're using the Super Mokoko Express event. Your goal now will be to get from 1540 to 1580 item level, honing your ancient gear to full plus 19, which will finish getting you caught up to endgame content. There are a lot of ways you'll get the new materials to hone up to 1580. You'll be able to do the Hanumatan Guardian raid, which drops lots of marvelous honor leap stones, and is way more fun than this guy, once you get the hang of it. You'll also open your next Abyss dungeon, Triangle Normal Mode, which has 4 gates. This isn't a Legion raid, it's a 4-man dungeon that is relatively easy and fun to learn, so I highly recommend giving it a shot. Triangle is also great because it gives you the materials you need for your level 3 relic set, so it's super worthwhile to start farming. But keep in mind, you do need to have your level 2 set from the Kukul Seidon Legion raid before you can upgrade it to level 3. 1540 also unlocks Belshazzar hard mode gates 1 and 2, and this content isn't actually required anymore to progress. I do recommend at least learning the new mechanics for gates 1 and 2 hard mode, since you make more gold running these over normal mode, and they can drop you ancient bracelets. The rest of the gates for Belshazzar hard mode will open up as you progress. 1550 item level for gates 3 and 4, and 1560 for gates 5 and 6. Again, you can learn these for fun and for extra rewards, but you don't need to learn them to progress your gear. Although defeating gate 6 Belshazzar hard mode awards you with these big horns. And clearing the full 1 to 6 hard mode 5 times will give you this pet, and then clearing it 10 times will give you this pet, for those who are interested. From here on out, you will be doing Legion raids, weeklies, and dailies to continue saving up materials for the push to 1580 item level. This push is extremely expensive, so take your time with it and just focus on one main character to push this far. Once you've hit 1580, congrats, you've made it to our current endgame in Lost Ark. You'll have unlocked Triangle hard mode, which can drop this beautiful wing mount, and the Akon normal mode Legion raid, along with the new Guardian raid, Sonovel. Let me know in the comments or on Twitch if you have any questions. I know it's a lot of information to take in quickly, so take your time with it and enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.